Pros and cons to buzzing all your hair off. Spoiler alert, most of my cons are still pros. Pro number one, obviously, the biggest pro is the maintenance and the lack of time I have to spend on my hair. Waking up and going and not having to do anything with this, there's just no words for how amazing that's been. Pro number two, I'm saving so much money. Not having to spend money on products. I'm not coloring my hair right now. I guess even if I was, it would be less color that I would be using and that would go a lot further. But yeah, it's gonna take me forever to ever get through a bottle of shampoo. So I'm just using way less product. I mean, I'm using no products but shampoo, and I don't have to use much of that. Pro number three, kind of in line with what I was just saying about the lack of products, but how it just frees up so much space. So like I got rid of all my products, pretty much all of them, and gave them to my mom. So like I have so much more room in my cabinets. I went to visit my parents for the first time. I basically packing a bag, traveling for the first time since cutting my hair, and I didn't have to pack a single thing for my hair. Nothing. Not a brush, not a comb, not shampoo, nothing. It's just, the theme through this video is freedom. It's just so freeing and easy. Pro number four, I haven't actually gotten to experience this yet, but I'm so excited to experience it. And that is in the summer, going to the lake, the beach, the wherever, the pool, and just jumping in without any care in the world. Normally, I'm just gonna put my feet in. I just washed my hair. Oh, I don't wanna do my hair. I wanna get my hair wet. I'm just gonna stand over here. I don't wanna get my hair wet. So to be able to not have to do all that, not worry about how long it's gonna take me to brush my hair and wash my hair later, I literally cannot wait. This next pro is very random, but they say it's the small things in life, it's the simple things in life. And when I randomly came across this one, I was more excited than I probably should be. And it's this right here. Maybe this is just, is this a long hair thing or a curly girl, wavy girl thing? Because if I did this with my old hair, this would be stuck immediately. Any of the glasses that have these little things, that's a wrap. There was none of this. I always had to find somewhere else to put it or hang it in my shirt or do something else, which I hate hanging in my shirt. I always feel like it pulls it. So yeah, being able to take those kinds of sunglasses and pop them on top of my head, it's the simple things in life. Cons. Number one, hair splinters. Yeah, those exist. Like the same way you would get a little splinter of wood in your finger. When I rebuzz my hair, sometimes I get hair splinters. It doesn't happen every time. It's actually very minimal. It's probably out of the, I don't know how many times I've redone my hair at this point, 7 times. It's only happened twice. So it's not a common thing. It's not an end of the world thing, but I just didn't know that that existed. From buzzing your hair, you get little tiny little clips, and all of a sudden it could end up in your finger, and you gotta get tweezers out and pull it out. Number two, before, I might have cut my hair every 8 weeks, probably even more sometimes, so I didn't have to trim my hair often. Now I buzz my hair once a week, so I do it every week. But again, is that really a con? Because that's all the time I'm spending on my hair, is to take 10 minutes to buzz it once a week. So to me, honestly, it's not a con. But I will say, cutting my hair every week is not a con to me because I'm doing it myself. If I was paying someone else to cut my hair once a week, that would be a huge con because that would just add up super quickly. Number three, I feel like I can't pull off dad hats anymore, baseball caps. Like I used to wear them kind of often, and I just feel like they look so big on me now. Like the bill of it looks so big, which granted, probably the main reason I wore them before was to cover up my dirty hair when I needed to wash it. So I guess I don't necessarily look to wear hats as often as I used to because I don't necessarily have anything to cover up. Sometimes you might be having a bad face day. So that's kind of a con that when you want to hide, you can't hide behind your hair anymore regardless. So if I was having a bad day and I wanted to wear a hat, I just feel like I look weird in them now. Let me go grab one. I might not even keep this in the video. That looks crazy. Like this is not cute. Doesn't it look ginormous? This looks huge now. It's not that deep. Obviously, again, I said my cons are just not really that bad of cons. This is not it. So those are gonna have to sit on the shelf for a little bit. My last con might not necessarily be a con for everyone depending where you live. And again, it's not actually really a con to me. But one thing that people bring up is like, oh, aren't you cold? Literally the weekend that I did this, it was in the single digits here. Like highs of 3s, highs of 0s. But it's almost actually more of a pro because obviously I wear a hat to stay warm, to keep my head warm. And before I would have never worn a hat because I didn't want to mess up my hair. If I put a hat on, my hair was gonna get staticky and get messy and it was gonna mess it up and blah, blah, blah. So now I can actually keep my head and my ears warm because I actually wear a hat and I just like never actually wore hats before. So, I mean, I guess if you end up maybe somewhere and you weren't expecting to be cold, but to me, the only time I'm actually, like the fact of having no hair makes me cold is if it's 0 degrees out. Like if it's just a little chilly in the office that day, my head doesn't necessarily feel cold, you know? Yeah, so that's not really a big one. Ooh, one less con I actually almost forgot about. And this is something I haven't had to deal with yet being in the winter, but something that I've heard other people mention, which is just in the summer, definitely have to cover my head in some form. So I either need to find a hat that I actually look okay in or wear sunscreen because, you know, I will burn right up. So again, is that a reason to not buzz my hair off? No, like it's just something else to just consider. Like it's just one more thing I'll have to do this summer, but it's fine. That's not a big deal. So honestly, that's really it. I've had my buzz cut for about 2 months now and it's been awesome. Like when someone asks about it, I find myself naturally wanting to be like, oh, I'm never going back, or I don't ever want to go back, which is dramatic. And I'm sure I'm not going to keep a buzz cut for the rest of my life, but I don't see myself getting rid of this anytime soon or starting the grow out process. I know everyone that buzzes their hair is always like, you should do it once. Everyone should buzz their hair once. If someone's like, oh, I would never do that, I'm not gonna try to convince the world to buzz their hair off. But if you're actually thinking about it, like you actually want to do it, I would highly recommend it. So that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions about buzzing your hair off. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.